Hello everyone, this is Padma, speech language pathologist. Welcome to my channel Born to Win Padma. A healthy diet is essential for all kids, but even more so for children with autism spectrum disorder. Because there is a concern that gastrointestinal issues may lead to poor absorption of key nutrients in the body which are essential for growth and development of children. Our primary goal is to make a child get to eat all the nutritious complete diet and to restore the gastrointestinal system. It will be good if an expert comes and answers all our questions related to diet management of our children with autism spectrum disorders. Right? Yes. Today we are going to meet Dr. Pavithra Malli, registered naturopathic physician and a certified integrative nutritionist from USA. If you're watching my channel for the first time and if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do that and please click the bell icon next to it in order to get notifications as soon as I upload any video. Give a like to this video and share it with all your friends and relatives. Dear parents, Dr. Pavithra Malli is joining us here today in the Ask the Expert series to answer all the questions related to dietary management for children with autism spectrum disorders. Let's move on to the question answer sessions now. Is there any connection between the digestive system and the behavior problems in children with autism?
1 in 60 kids is diagnosed as autistic in US alone. Autistic spectrum disorder is a neurodevelopmental disorder. There is nothing much known about the cause of this disease and there is no magic pill. We all know this. So as a holistic healthcare practitioner, we see body as a whole. So there's a lot of research happening in this area in the Western world called as the gut-brain axis, meaning the health of the gut or the digestive system has a profound impact on the health and the functions of the brain. So if the health of the gut is healthy, one can lead a healthy, happy life and handle the brain. So in my clinical practice, when I see the kids under this spectrum disorder, I see many issues with the digestive system, either constipation or diarrhea, some kind of stomach upset or gastritis. So the health of the gut, the secretions happening there, like the chemicals, the hormones, the neurotransmitters, has a profound impact on the brain, the functions of the brain. So when we handle the issues in the digestive system or the gastrointestinal system, we can handle the brain. That's the concept here. So how can we help these kids with dietary changes? So the number one action step is avoiding all the processed and the junk foods, the foods that is coming in the packet like chips or biscuits or cookies. All these things disrupt the microbiome in your.
How can we change the behavior patterns of children with autism using dietary management?
How can we help these kids with dietary changes? So the number one action step is avoiding all the processed and the junk foods, the foods that is coming in the packet like chips or biscuits or cookies. All these things disrupt the microbiome in your gut. So it causes or leads to the overgrowth of the bad bacteria, yeast and fungus in your digestive system. Second thing we need to change is optimizing fats. The good fats or the coconut. You could use coconut in any form, then nuts and seeds and organic cold press oils and ghee. But the bad fats like the trans fats should be completely avoided. The trans fats is found in foods like the packaged foods, baked goods and confectionaries, what we call as dalda in Tamil. Third step is increasing the probiotic rich food. These probiotic rich foods increases the growth of good bacteria in your system. So the foods like, the sadam vadicha kanji, or we say it as neecha tanni in Tamil, or you could eat, kambang curry, kanji, and all these food varieties have lots of microbial activity in it. So
What kind of dietary modification will help in children with seizure disorders?
So, is there anything we could do for the kids with epileptic convulsions, seizures? Yes, ketogenic diet has been there since many years. It has been successfully implemented along with the complementary medicine. So, I have taken the inspiration from this ketogenic diet and adopted according to our ethnic background, Indian background, for the kids with epilepsy. Ketogenic diet is basically a high fat diet. So we are going to avoid completely the simple sugars or the refined sugars. So the concept or the principle here is to give an efficient fuel to the brain from the ketone bodies formed from good fats. How do we implement this ketogenic diet now? The simple sugars should be completely eliminated. I mean, the refined white sugar should be completely eliminated. You can swap it with jaggery instead in a little quantity. Maybe honey also will work. The carbohydrates should mostly come from the fruits and the vegetables and green leafy vegetables. Then we restrict and have a certain percent from the hand pound rice, the ancient grains, and the millet varieties. Then comes the proteins. Both vegetarian and non-vegetarian sources works. So the protein, maybe we could say 10% of the whole calories, and now is the fats. So we could say 60% to 80% of the whole calorie should come from fats, mostly coconut, ghee, nuts and seeds. The oils you use should be virgin or cold pressed varieties. You should avoid the trans fats or deep fried foods. So the fats should be optimized, that too from the good fats. We also include herbs like ginger, turmeric, and black pepper to reduce the inflammation in these kids, and I've seen profound improvement by this.
The most important question is, how much do we have to feed our children? Many parents are not aware of the quantity of food that has to be given to a child. Many parents give their mobile phones to their children and keep feeding until they vomit. So is there anything particular quantity of food has to be given to that child?
Weight management. How much do we be feeding our kids? So here I would like to concentrate upon the quality of food than the quantity of food. So we already saw many points regarding optimizing fats. Then we talked about the importance of fiber, probiotic rich foods, then eating seasonal and local and avoiding junk foods. With this point, I need to bring in two more valid points here. So when we sit grounded with all our senses involved and giving some time to concentrate on food and eat, the kids themselves will know how much to eat. So sensory cue is very important here. There are centers in the brain called as the feeding center and the satiety center. These centers should send signals to us, like when we need to stop eating and how much we need to eat. So the two F's I would like to stress here and emphasize here is the fiber and the fats. So the fiber rich food, when we consume fiber rich food like the hand pound rice varieties, the ancient grains like ragi, kambu, tinai, and different varieties of millets, all these foods has specific fiber still intact when it is unpolished. So when we eat those foods, when we take some time and chew and concentrate without watching TV, television, or without any gadget or phone, if you're involved in eating with all your senses, then you will be able to recognize the signals your brain is sending, when to stop eating and how much. We as parents should know to respect the kids' hunger and thirst, so we shouldn't overfeed them. Then the more important point here is we shouldn't show our love by overfeeding them. Yeah, overfeeding the kids could burden their digestive system, and it has a huge impact on their health for the rest of their whole life. So another point here is you need to watch that if the kids after a meal, if they keep yawning or if they are feeling tired and lethargic, maybe you didn't feed them the right quantity and quality of food. Maybe it is like they are overfed. We need to keep an eye on that.
Thank you so much for answering all the questions, ma'am. And finally, what would you like to tell our parents?
So the way how these autistic kids see the world is completely different from how we see the world. So we need to understand them and respect them, what they deserve, and they're not with broken brains and they're not a failure. We need to find their strengths, work on their weaknesses, and explore their talents.
Dear parents, I hope you found this video useful and informative too. Feel free to ask any questions related to dietary management of your child. Dr. Pavithra Malli is ready to answer all the questions along with me. So make use of this opportunity. I'll meet you all again in another informative video. Until then, it is thank you and bye bye from Padma Dharani.